Graham, as of today, you're fired.
Huh? Ken? As in Ken Jenkins, company president? Good morning. I hope you don't mind me asking, sir, but what's this all about? Why would you tell me I'm fired all of a sudden?
Because you're fired all of a sudden, dimwit. I'm sure you've heard about my dad's recent passing and my ascension to his post of CEO. Well, I'm getting rid of all the dead weight at the company as part of my new policy. As of now on, we'll only be hiring people like myself with elite educational backgrounds. If you're not from a top 5 college, we ain't interested. Accordingly, I'm currently in the process of firing all employees found not to have an elite educational background. I'm sure you understand. How are we ever supposed to make it far in the industry with a bunch of uneducated dimwits weighing us down? We don't need morons like you around anymore, so you're fired.
Jesus Christ, Ken, you're firing everyone who didn't graduate a top 5 college? Isn't this a little extreme? This is going to cause all sorts of problems for the clients I'm responsible for managing. You do know I have contracts with a lot of companies, right?
Don't worry about that. I'll be taking over all of your roles as of today.
Huh? But how?
If these client relationships are so simple a pea-brained dimwit like you could handle them, I'm sure we'll be fine.
So you're not even gonna find me a replacement?
Like we need a replacement for you! You have the IQ of a potato and a workload lower than my dead grandma! I could do your job in my sleep!
Are you being serious?
This company's going places now that I'm in charge of it, which means we can't afford to have a bunch of deadweight potato brains holding us back. To be honest, if these clients were low-grade enough to be involved with you, we're probably better off without them. There's no point in replacing you. It'd be a waste of a salary.
I see.
All right, we're done here. I don't want to see your face around our company again, do you hear me? As of today, you're officially without a job. Thanks for your service.
Olivia, I'm coming home now.
Huh? Graham, what's going on? Did something happen? You left for work this morning just like always, right? Are you clocking off early? Are you sick?
I got fired.
You got fired? What the heck? Why? Why would they fire the sales manager at a company with 10 employees? What happened, Graham? Aren't you the only one there with the skills required to negotiate client contracts? I remember you telling me most of the other guys there were fresh out of college and a little wet behind the ears. I can't believe they'd fire you.
Apparently, the new CEO's only hiring people who graduated a top 5 college from now on. Obviously, that means they'll be rejecting 99% of new applications because very few people actually graduate a top 5 college, and even fewer of those would be interested in working for our company. Naturally, a high school dropout like me never had a shot.
What? Are you for real?
He didn't even replace me. Apparently, he'll be taking on all of my responsibilities himself.
Graham, wait a sec. Maybe this is actually for the best.
What? It was for the best that I got fired?
No. I don't mean it in a bad way. Listen, his dad, the old CEO, was the one who hired you after you dropped out of high school due to what was going on with your family at the time, right? I was so shocked to find out he died in a car crash recently, and obviously it's really tragic. But with an idiot like that in charge, do you really think the company has a future? At least this way you can get out early, instead of having to endure a slow descent to the bottom.
Olivia, that's actually a good point.
Besides, he might have said the reason he fired you was because of your educational background, but isn't it more likely that he just has a grudge against you?
A grudge? But why?
I told you before we got married, right? About how that arrogant dimwit was constantly hitting on me back in college, always trying to get my attention in the most obnoxious ways. It was like he couldn't take a hint and kept showing up everywhere I went, thinking he was irresistible.
Yeah, I remember that. After you guys all graduated, he joined the company as a regular employee, right? But when he found out me and you had been dating ever since middle school, he started treating me like crap at work and making the most ridiculous demands of me and only me. He did calm down when word of him throwing his weight around at the office got out to his dad, and he gave him a stern telling off, and he's been quiet ever since. But now that I think about it, I doubt his resentment ever went away. If anything, he probably hated me more after thinking I'd ratted on him to his dad.
Right? The fact that he started behaving like his old self again the moment he became CEO tells me it's exactly like you say. His hatred didn't go away. It was just bubbling away under the surface, kept in check by his dad. But now he's gone. He's totally out of control. He appears to have absolutely no idea how valuable you are to that company. I don't think it has long left. Oh, would you look at that? The moron himself just messaged me as I was writing all this up.
Wow, no kidding?
I did try blocking him ages back, but he got even more persistent and irritating in real life when he couldn't get through to me anymore, so I unblocked him again. I hadn't heard from him for months until just now. Damn it, what does he want this time? It looks like this whole situation is about to become an even bigger pain in the ass.
I just got to the station. I'm gonna rush home as fast as I can, so I won't reply till I'm back. See you soon, babe.
Okay, sweetie, be careful.
Hello there, Olivia, my sweet aromatic sugar dumpling. It looks like you're gonna have no choice but to marry me real soon. Listen, babe, that low IQ fiancé of yours made a huge blunder at work that led to the whole company's IT systems going offline for the day. I had no choice but to fire him. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew this is what I was getting myself into when I stepped up to the role of CEO. It's just like Batman says, with great power comes great responsibility. Naturally, being a hopelessly stupid high school dropout, his prospects of finding a new job after this are less than zero, so I'm guessing he probably didn't tell you yet. Am I right? My hunch is that he'd rather marry you as a jobless NEET than admit to being unemployed and risk you leaving him. If you're not careful, he could end up leeching off your salary for the rest of your life. It's a sad reality, but everyone knows high school dropouts are 96% more likely to be scumbag leeches than normal human beings like you and I. I think it's about time you tossed that good-for-nothing parasite by the wayside. I, on the other hand, I've decided to make you the CEO's wife. Of course, that means you can quit your current job to ascend to your new post of blessed fortune, riches, and social status. But by post, I don't mean within the company. Oh no, you, my sweet darling angel, are gonna be a stay-at-home housewife living entirely off my vast riches in comfort, luxury, and style.
Shut the hell up, you pea-brained moron.
What?
Graham doesn't work for you anymore, so I can drop the act now, right? It feels super relieving to be able to let you know exactly how much I hate you, asshole.
Olivia?
Graham already told me about how you fired him.
What? He told you of his own volition?
He told me straight after you did it as he was on his way home. He just got back and now he sat right next to me.
You mean he actually admitted he got fired? What the hell's gotten into him?
Me and Graham love and respect each other, which means he'd never lie to me about anything. Also, he and I are not engaged.
Huh? You mean you broke up? Ah, fantastic, magnificent, excelento. This is like music to my ears, baby. This means me and you can finally tie the knot and be whisked away in our very own love roller coaster.
No, doofus, we got married 6 months ago, which means I'm his wife now.
You're his wife?
Not only that, but I'm pregnant with his child.
Pregnant?
Yes, so unless you enjoy wasting your time, I think it's about time you gave up on me for good, Ken. I'd never betray Graham, no matter what, so just leave us alone.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. My honey princess, my treacle bear, the apple of my eye, my precious Olivia, got married to a high school dropout? You let a high school dropout get you pregnant? I think I'm gonna throw up. I was sure that once I finally became CEO and fired that no-good loser, I was finally gonna get you all to myself. I can't believe this. No!
Graham, your old coworkers, Magnus and Hafthor, are here.
Huh? Like Hafthor and Magnus are at the house?
Yeah, apparently they made their excuses and left early so they could come and see you. I told them you're at the local municipal office to do the procedures for changing your health insurance card right now. Do you think you'll be there much longer? What should I tell them?
Well, if they went out of their way to see me, I imagine they must have something pretty important to talk about. Could you ask them to hang on a little longer? I'm almost finished here. As long as they don't mind, of course. I should be back in like 15 minutes.
Got it. I'll pass on the message.
Hey, asshole! How dare you steal all of my clients? 90% of our regulars just terminated their contracts with us. We're gonna go frickin' bankrupt at this rate. You get your ass down here and bring these clients back right now, you worthless high school dropout prick.
You should have thought about that before firing me, you despicable, low-life shitweasel.
What did you just call me? Did you just call me a despicable low-life shitweasel? What the hell does that even mean? Anyway, that is no way to speak to your superior. I am the CEO.
Of what? A failing company that I don't even work for anymore? On what planet do I have any obligation to treat you with respect? I'm not held back by my position anymore, which means I can call you whatever the hell I like, and that's what I intend to do.
I'm still the CEO. Not only that, but unlike you, I have a college degree. Do you have any idea how important I am?
You important? In spite of that amazing degree of yours, you're clearly too stupid to understand that the moment you fired me, you stopped being my boss and became nothing more than the irritating asshole who was trying to steal my wife behind my back. You should be grateful I'm even taking the time out of my day to reply to you, you verminous plague rat.
What?
My wife could take you to court for stalking if she wanted to. Do you even realize that?
Stalking? What the?
We have mountains of evidence, so go ahead and keep trying to provoke us if you think your financial situation isn't already bad enough. 'Cause I promise you, we could easily make it 10 times worse.
Whatever. This crap about your wife isn't why I messaged you. Give me back my clients!
Ah, of course. The trouble is, I couldn't give you those clients back even if I wanted to.
Why not?
You probably think I conspired to bring them with me and carry on our business in secret when I got a new job or something, right?
Well, you did, didn't you?
Nope, I'm still unemployed.
Huh?
One of my buddies offered me a managerial post at the new company he's starting next month, so it's not like I don't have anything lined up. But it's an entirely different industry to your company, so my relationships with those clients were essentially terminated the moment you fired me. We're no longer involved with each other, and probably never will be again.
Wait, What? But if that's true, why would they terminate their contracts with my company? Their termination notices started showing up in my inbox practically from the moment I fired you. I lost 90% of the company's clients in 2 weeks. Does that even happen? I can't frickin' believe it. This ain't normal, and I know you're involved somehow, so just come clean with me already, damn it!
You appear to be completely unaware of how your company actually works, despite being its CEO. But I had meetings scheduled with every single one of the 90% who just abandoned you to negotiate contract renewal for next year. It's not that they terminated the contracts, they're just not going to renew them. But if you understood the basics of corporate management, you'd know that, wouldn't you? Anyway, as of the moment you fired me, there was no longer anyone at the company with the knowledge or experience required to negotiate and finalize contract renewal procedures. I was the one in charge of ensuring the continuation of those contracts, and with me gone, they couldn't carry on working with you even if they wanted to.
What the hell? No way. Surely that can't be. There must be at least one more person here with a college degree who knows how to do the contract stuff.
Sure, but he went on extended leave last month.
What?
With that, I was the only employee left on the sales team. I did try to explain to you that it would be a good idea to employ someone else to help keep things running smoothly, even if only on a short-term basis until he came back, but you barely even listened to what I had to say before rejecting my proposal outright. I had no choice but to keep running sales entirely on my own. Then, to make an already ridiculous situation even more absurd, you fired me! Then to make an already absurd situation so outrageously farcical that it became positively hilarious, you didn't even find me a replacement!
What the heck?
I have no idea who took over the client discussions over next year's contract renewal after I left, or whether anyone even did, but there's no way anyone at that company was capable, knowledgeable, or experienced enough to pull something like that off. The clients had no choice but to call off the negotiations because there was nobody they could talk to.
So that's what happened. I see. Graham, get your ass back down to the office immediately. You need to re-establish those meetings for next year's contract renewal right now.
Impossible.
What kind of attitude is that? Don't give up before you even try, damn it.
You seem to be forgetting one minor detail. You fired me.
Whatever, that's all water under the bridge now. I take it back, you're unfired.
Don't worry, there's no need to unfire me.
What? Why? You said it yourself, you're still not working, right? Sure, I know you said you're waiting to work at your buddy's company, but you know as well as I do starting from scratch in a new industry is going to be a huge amount of work. Come back to us and get me back these client relationships, Graham, and I'll see to it that you have a comfortable, well-paying job for the rest of your life.
Won't you understand unless I repeat myself?
Understand what?
That you're nothing but a despicable, low-life shit weasel who kept hitting on my wife behind my back. Why would I want to work at your company?
Grr!
I'm going to need you to stop wasting my time with these asinine messages too, Ken.
Fine. Point taken. I'll leave Olivia alone, okay? I promise. Now come and get your job back.
You seem to be missing a key point here. Tell me, Ken, is your company even functional right now? I heard from some of my old coworkers earlier today that the entire company handed in their resignations in one fell swoop. I really would have to be the low IQ, pea-brained moron you think I am to come back to a company that's not even operational. Good luck, Ken. I'm sure there's no problem you can't fix, what with having an elite education and all.
Oh my God! My company! I don't know how much longer it has left.
That's not my problem.
Graham!
I genuinely hope you can turn things around. I know how hard your dad worked to build that company. And as unfortunate as it is that he ended up with a son like you, it'd still kinda suck to see it go under. That said, I won't have any part in it. You're on your own now. As for you, I couldn't care less what happens to you from here on out. Grr! Later! The next day, Ken launched a sudden assault on our house. By sudden assault, I mean he showed up on our doorstep with a megaphone screaming, "Ken, please come back," to the supreme annoyance of our neighbors, resulting in the police being called and him being carted away in the back of a patrol car. But actually, I heard all of this from an old neighbor because me and Olivia were no longer there. That's right, we'd already moved into a bigger house in the next town in preparation to accommodate our growing family. That said, we took great pleasure in seeing the videos of him being handcuffed and bundled into the back of the cop car that went viral on local social media pages. Unfortunately for Ken, it didn't stop there. Before the day was up, footage of his arrest was being circulated on the social media pages of every rival company in his industry. At this point, the destruction of his reputation was just insult on top of injury. Realistically, between the near-total lack of clients and mountains of debt he was in, the company was already screwed, but his arrest proved to be the final nail in the coffin. And before the week was up, he was filing for bankruptcy. I wondered where he went next. Until one day, a buddy messaged me saying he saw him working on a construction site. Apparently, he saw him crying his eyes out with a look of abject despair on his face while being shouted at by someone who appeared to be his boss.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Shauna, what's wrong with you? Our plane is about to leave. We're going on our honeymoon. Why did you get back in the car and drive off?
I don't think you have time to be making any phone calls right now. Don't you have to make your flight? You better hurry.
You know that's not the problem. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'd like to ask you the same question. What are you thinking?
What do you mean?
When we got to the airport, I was so excited to go on our first ever vacation as husband and wife. Just the two of us enjoying the sights, relaxing in the hotel, doing everything we've talked about for the last few months we've been planning it. But then when we got to the airport, your mother was waiting for us, suitcase in hand, and dressed like a cliched depiction of an old tourist. And you weren't surprised in the least to see her. You just said, "This is gonna be great, Shauna. Just you, me, and my mom." So I repeat, what are you thinking?
What's your problem? Mom said she wanted to go, so...
Don't you think it's slightly unusual for a new husband to bring his mother along on his honeymoon? If you want to go on a trip with her, that's fine. I think that would be nice to plan a family vacation together with her. But why, Cody? Why, oh why does she have to come along with us on our honeymoon?
Well, Mom said she wanted to go, and...
Do you have anything else to say for yourself other than things your mom said? Whatever, I hope you enjoy your time with your dear mother on this vacation.
But...
Who knows, maybe you can start a trend of going on honeymoons with your mother. We'll have to give it a trendy abbreviation. How about Honey Mom? That has a nice ring to it.
But, Shauna...
Bye, Cody. Hey, Ellie, about our plan to meet up in the hotel lobby tomorrow, I'm really sorry, but plans have changed. Aw, really? I was really looking forward to seeing you. We haven't seen each other for, 3 years now? That's way too long. What happened, Shauna? Don't tell me you guys canceled your honeymoon. Oh boy, how should I put this? Cody and his mom are going together. They should be boarding the plane right about now. As for me, though, I'm in the car on my way back home. What? His mom? Hold on. Cody and his mom are going on your honeymoon? Wait, that doesn't really sound like a honeymoon to me. Oh, did I maybe hear you wrong? I thought I remembered you were taking a vacation this weekend. Did I mix up your plans for your honeymoon with a different trip? Nope, you got it right. I understand the weirdness of it all must be pretty hard to digest. Honestly, I'm still in a state of shock that it's difficult to even put a proper sentence together. Let me back up and explain things how they happened, in order this time. So, Cody and I drove to the airport together in our car like normal, but when we got there, his mom was waiting for us with her suitcase in hand and dressed like a tourist. I thought, oh, well, this is a coincidence. Cody's mom is going on vacation the same weekend we are. But then Cody broke the news to me that his mother would be accompanying us on our honeymoon. I was so shocked, angry, and disappointed that I walked right back to the car and started driving. Oh my God! That's the grossest example of a real-life Oedipus complex that I've ever seen. Yuck, you think that's what's going on? Think about it. Did Cody put up even the slightest resistance to his mother coming on your honeymoon? From what you told me, it sounds like he was excited for it. And what about his mom? She's a married woman herself. She knows exactly what a honeymoon is for, and yet she still imposed herself on you? And look at what the result was. Cody and his mom now have a weeks-long vacation in paradise together while you're stuck back at home. Not to mention the fact that she was waiting for you at the airport rather than driving there together with you. To me, that looks like they both planned this all along. You think they wanted this to happen? I bet they figured that if she was at the airport waiting and ready to go, that it would be harder for you to say no to her coming along. The only question in my mind is whether they planned on you turning around and going home or if it was a pleasant surprise. Wow, I hate to say it, but you might be right. Thanks, Ellie. It's good to hear what an objective observer thinks of the situation. I see everything way clearer now. I'm glad I could help. But geez, I can't believe Cody is the type of guy that would do this. Right? I'm surprised too. Before we got married, he just seemed like an upstanding and responsible man who cared deeply for his mother. It was an admirable quality of his, or so I thought. So what are you gonna do now? Well, for now I'm gonna go straight home, get my credit cards, jewelry, and other important stuff, and get set up in a hotel somewhere. What happens after that is gonna depend on what Cody and his mom do next. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Again, I'm really sorry our plans fell through, Ellie. I was really looking forward to seeing you. Oh, don't worry about it, Shauna. You did nothing wrong. You just go and do what you need to. Treat yourself to a nice dinner and a hot bath tonight. And don't forget, you have people around you who would turn at the drop of a hat to help you out. Like your parents and me. Yeah, thanks, Ellie.
Come on, Shauna. I thought that you would have come to your senses and come right back after that. Don't tell me you actually went home. Did you? Why are you so determined to avoid spending time with my mom? Don't forget, we're husband and wife now. That means she's your mom, too. And after all she's done for us, why can't we let her come along on our honeymoon? She deserves that and much more. I never thought you would be so childish as to run home and pout when things don't go your way. Well, you can have it your way. We're not changing our plans. Mom and I are gonna go on this vacation, we're gonna spend the whole time together, and we're gonna have a great time. And another thing, once we get back, I've decided that we're gonna move back in with my mom. You need someone to whip you into shape, and my mom's just the person to do it. She's gonna train you in how to be a good wife who respects her mother-in-law, and you're gonna be grateful for it.
Shauna, this is bad. Ellie, what's wrong? I just ran across Cody a while ago. What? And get this, you know the hotel that you two booked for your vacation? Well, the two of them have been staying there since yesterday, together. Oh no, you're joking, right? My husband thought it might be nice for us to get out of the house for a few nights and stay in a hotel, like a little mini vacation. And since I wasn't going to be able to meet up with you anymore, we thought we'd take a little walk around the town and enjoy ourselves for the morning. But when we were leaving our room, I ran into Cody. Wow, crazy coincidence. Was his mom with him too? Later last night, he sent me a vomit-inducing text about how he and his mom were going to go on the vacation without me so they can get all lovey-dovey. Ugh, makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about it. It's kind of worse than that. He was walking hand in hand with, a much younger woman. A much younger woman? I don't know who she is. I'd never seen her before, so I can't tell you for sure what was going on. All I can tell you is that she looked like she was in her early 20s and was definitely not your mother-in-law. Oh, and my husband said he managed to take a video of them together while he was pretending to take a picture of me. I'll send it to you later. Gotcha. Thanks, Ellie. To tell you the truth, though, I actually received information about that from a source of my own. That source is working as we speak to confirm a few things. Oh, wow. See? I told you had allies. You were totally right. The video your husband took should still be really helpful, so go ahead and send it to me when you get the chance. Gotcha. I'll have him send it to me right now. Great. I'll be waiting.
Shauna, what is this? You're divorcing me?
Huh? Oh, right. Today's the day you came home from your honeymoon. Did you enjoy your trip?
Don't dodge the issue. You're divorcing me? Why?
I think it's pretty obvious. Do you really need me to tell you?
Yes! Explain yourself! Are you still mad about the whole honeymoon thing? Is that what this is? I told you you were in the wrong for being such an immature little brat about the situation. If you hadn't been so appallingly disrespectful to my mom, we could have all enjoyed a lovely vacation. Do you have any idea how much it hurt my mom when you drove off and left us at the airport? But in spite of your awful behavior, Mom was generous enough to offer to take us into her home so she could train you in how to be a good wife. You should be kissing the ground where she walks. I can't think of anyone else who would be so forgiving and kind after being disrespected as much as she was.
If she were such a generous and kind mother like you say she is, she wouldn't have imposed herself on our honeymoon in the first place. Furthermore, she wouldn't have introduced the daughter of the man she was cheating on her husband with to her own married son.
Huh? You're not making any sense. I was with Mom the whole time we were over there.
Look, I'll save you the embarrassment of inventing some ridiculous cover story and just tell you everything I know up front. I know that your mom is cheating on your dad, and I know that you are cheating on me.
No way!
Once she knew that I would no longer be coming along, she went and called up her boyfriend and had him bring his daughter along to mess around with you, right?
But how?
I was planning on meeting up with an old friend of mine at the hotel we were going to stay at, remember?
Well, yeah, I remembered that, but you weren't there, so what does that have to do with anything?
A lot, actually. She and her husband were staying at that hotel since the day before you guys got there.
They were?
Yes, they were. And what's more, they also saw you walking around holding hands with some younger woman.
Uh-oh.
But wait, there's more. Her husband nonchalantly pretended to be taking a picture of her, but do you know what he was really taking a picture of? You and your little bimbo. They took a video that clearly shows both of your faces, which I now have in my possession.
This can't be happening.
Yes, it can, and it is happening. You've been caught, Cody.
But wait a minute, that still doesn't make any sense. You knew that she's the daughter of the man my mom's having an affair with? How did you figure that out? Who told you? You'd better have some hard evidence of that, or else you're just gonna get laughed out of court. All you have is a video of us holding hands together. That doesn't prove anything. Maybe I was just helping a blind girl find the bathroom.
Well, that's where your dad comes in.
My dad?
That's right. The one who provided me the evidence I needed to prove that you were cheating on me was none other than your father.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'd imagine that as we speak, he's having a very loud and very angry discussion with your mother about this very issue. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in your kitchen.
Oh, no. Poor Mom. This is awful. My parents are getting divorced. Why is this happening? How did my dad find out?
Is that really the most important issue for you and your mom right now?
It doesn't make any sense. Mom was impeccable about hiding it from him. I mean, my dad usually doesn't even realize whether Mom's at home or not. She'll go out to the store for an hour, and when she comes back, he never realized she left.
It's precisely that overconfidence of yours that puts you in the position you're in right now.
What do you mean?
A while back, Mom had you plan a date with her boyfriend for her because she apparently wanted to go on a date like you young people have. You were kind enough to write it all out for her in large, easy-to-read handwriting, and Mom left that memo out on the kitchen table.
Oh, shoot, she did?
There was something odd about that date plan, though. You went out of your way to indicate that the restaurant had an allergy-free menu. But does anyone in your family have allergies? Your mom doesn't, you don't, your dad doesn't, and I don't. So why? That was the first thing that made Dad suspicious about Mom. He spent the next 6 months using various means to collect all the information he could, and that brings us to today. Come to find out, your mom's boyfriend has a shellfish allergy, and a serious one at that.
Are you saying it's my fault?
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about our divorce.
So you're really divorcing me?
Yes, and I'm also suing you for cheating on me. I've retained a lawyer to handle the suit for me, so if you have any questions, you can address them to him.
Hey, Shauna, look, I mean, it was only during our honeymoon, that was it. It didn't mean anything. I was just bored is all. Mom went off with her boyfriend, so I was stuck all alone with nothing to do.
I noticed that wasn't a denial.
Please, Shauna, can't we talk about this?
Not a chance, you cheating scumbag!
Please!
I was already going to divorce you when your Oedipus complex reared its ugly head. This affair was just the icing on the cake.
Hey, I do not have an Oedipus complex, whatever that means.
I want to get divorced and settle our lawsuit as quickly as possible, so do answer my lawyer's calls, please. Goodbye.
Shauna!
Not only did he actively aid his mom in having and hiding her affair, Cody even went so far as to have an affair with the woman his mother threw at him, out of boredom. I think this exceeds the level of just an Oedipus complex. And yet, in spite of all that, he still tried to fight the divorce. Thanks to the untiring work of my lawyer, after 2 months of encouragement, he finally agreed to enter mediation. We settled my lawsuit against him for his affair, and he paid the whole thing in a lump sum. Now, as for Cody and his mother, since his mom's boyfriend broke up with her, they couldn't rely on him for assistance, so the two divorced cheaters ended up renting an apartment together. The mental and financial stress proved too much for his mom, who started going haywire in short order. Her overprotective nature towards her son worsened exponentially, to the point where she's screaming at him every night to quit his job and work in an office where there aren't any women. Honestly, though, between the settlement leaving him bankrupt and having to live with his psychotic mother, I don't think his mom needs to worry about any woman stealing him away from her in the foreseeable future.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.